Coach, big wins over the weekend, Friday and Monday. But let's start with Pepperdine, number 2 team, and you guys really handled them, especially the way you responded, losing that second set, you dominate the third.
Yeah, we were thrilled with the overall result. Obviously, we knew going into the season that Pepperdine was going to be one of the better teams in the conference. They only lost one starter, co-champions of the conference. So our hands were going to be full for sure. And, getting into the game, I thought, it was funny, Pep and us, I think we both do things that give each other trouble. And I think you saw some of that in the match. And, I think they're not as strong a passing team, I think, as we are, and we're a pretty good serving team. So I think we gave them trouble in serve receive, which helped us out quite a bit in that match. And they are a tremendous blocking team. So you saw us assert ourselves from the service line, which got our success early, and you saw Pepperdine assert themselves as a blocking team in the second set, and they got way out ahead of us and stuffed us a couple times and forced us into some attack errors. But the hidden part of that second set was, they probably killed us the first half of that second set. In the second half of that second set, we, if you started at 15 or 12 or whatever, we had them. We were playing much, much better volleyball at the end of the second set. So going into it, we just decided to kind of slow it down a little bit. Just play, we have a mantra where we talk about moment by moment, and we did that in that second set, and it finally things settled down, and the quality of our volleyball play was going well. So we just kind of stayed the course. We made one change, and then things went really well, and that bled into the third set, and we were humming on all cylinders when it got down to the third set. So proud of the grit. And proud of the patience and the confidence in our system and our personnel, and that was fantastic.
Yeah, and moment to moment, that kind of shone through too against Stanford on Monday. You guys swept them, but Stanford would go on some runs, and you guys always had response, and that was even despite losing Christian early in the first set.
Yeah, well, with Christian and Josh, I kind of look at them as 1A and 1B. So as unfortunate as Christian's ankle tweak was, we were confident that Josh was going to come in and do great. He did wonderfully at Grand Canyon, and so we were okay there. But yeah, that match was great for us in the sense that was our worst serving match by far of the season, and we were able to just play point by point, moment by moment, and grind it out. And at the end, the dam broke a little bit. Micah got the ace there towards the latter part of that set, and then momentum shifted on that ace, and then we started chipping away a little bit, again, point by point, and eventually, like I said, the dam broke, and we got it done.
Yeah, one of the guys just stepped up against Stanford too, Larry Tuileta. Yeah, he looked great.
Yeah, Tui is, we knew he'd be always known he's a really special, student athlete. He's phenomenal football player, phenomenal volleyball player. We knew he'd be, make a dent in our lineup at some point, or at least contend. With Tui, you just don't know how long the transition's going to take from football to volleyball. Spoke a lot with his high school coach over the last year or so about, how long it took Tui at the high school level to transition from football to volleyball. And their high school season starts a little later, so it was really hard to get a handle on it. And he could have started earlier, but we sent him home over the break. The bowl game I think was over on the 27th, and that was the day we started practice. So he'd been going to football all fall, and we decided, hey, let's go home, reconnect with your family. Celebrate what you got left at Christmas and the New Year, and he came back on January 2nd, and he's been chipping away little by little. He's not in volleyball shape yet by any stretch of the imagination, so glad we got out of there in 3. We had some guys who were unavailable, had a little bit of bug going through the team, and so it was great. He had his moment to step up, and all night it's next man up, so for us that was really cool. Lischke came in at the very end for Andy. That was something we know that we've got Lischke in the pocket. Josh is ready to go. We've got 5 fantastic outside hitters. At some point, I'm gonna have someone that's capable of being an All-American that I can't even put on the roster for a match, and that, as tough as that's going to be for that individual on whichever night that may be, but think about how cool that is for a team.
It's a good problem to have.
And the competitiveness of practice, and that's really what's great about this team is the level of competition every day in practice is really high. So that's what's helping us out when we get in those tough moments. A, we're embracing it, and B, we're used to it because it's like that every day.
Tough moments, you have 4 matches in 8 days. I know we were kind of bringing that up before this, but how do you keep these guys fresh? Obviously that depth is going to come into play.
The depth is huge, yeah. We might, so Alex has been able to work through, and he's had a night off now. I don't know, we haven't really strategized completely how we're going to handle the next match. We're going to go light in practice today, probably more film and then just some skill work and out of there. Tomorrow we'll ramp it up a little bit, and then we'll get on the bus and head down to San Diego and give them our best shot. So mainly just personnel and limiting their time in the gym is how we're going to go for that. Yeah.